Hello, Natsu here. Today I'm going to continue on part 4 of What If Deku Had the Omnitrix. In the last part, Aizawa just told them that they had 2 weeks to train for the sport festival, and before they left, Asui, or Tsuyu, asked Deku if he could help her. After the USJ, while she saw Deku transform and how he uses his forms at the best that he seems to be able to, she asked him if he can help her train. Which Kirishima, being around Deku almost all the time in this, says, "Oh, that could be fun." Then Deku says, "Yeah, it could be fun to help you train. After all, I do have 12 transformations that I can use to help you." So you happy to hear that? Kind of. Then go home. After they gave each other their phone number and said where they were going to meet the next day. So the next day, they go at the beach, since, I don't have any better places to go for them to go. So they go at the beach. She sees that it's pretty clean and she says, "Wow, I've never seen this place before. It's beautiful." Then Deku and Kirishima says, "Yeah, well, we cleaned it all up before the start of the school, before the entrance exam." She was like, "What do you mean, cleaned it all up?" Then they say that the beach was completely overflowing with trash, even underwater, but Deku and Kirishima kind of cleaned it all up for training. So she was impressed by that. Then they trained for a while, and at one point while they were training, Deku was mostly training to be able to switch faster of transformations, because during the time against the robot in the entrance exam, he actually didn't know how he switched that fast. Like, it was the first time for him, which actually he just did on reflex, so yeah. So he was training to switch that fast between aliens, and at one point he switched, and when he switched, since all he does when he wants to switch that fast for now, since he does just want to see how fast he can do it, he changed into a new alien. In Ben 10 it was called Ditto. He was small and capable of replicating to an unknown amount. Some people might confuse him with another alien that was called Echo, but it's not the same one, since Echo can multiply and emit shockwave from his mouth. Ditto just is an alien that is a bit stronger than a human and can replicate, pretty much just that. In fact, he just replicates, is pretty fast, and, not that fast, but he still runs faster than a normal human. So after he turns into that, Kirishima and Tsuyu says, "Whoa, a new one. So what, you can just unlock some new transformation?" Or then he says, "Well, I had 10 at the start. Then during the training that me and Kirishima did, I unlocked 2 more, just the same way. I was just, except that the other 2, I was just looking in the omnitrix and in the watch. Sorry for that. He doesn't know and he'll never know. So in the watch, and there was, every time that happened, it was just there was a new one. So guess this one's new. So Kirishima tells him, so how do you want to train it? Train to see how what this one can do? So they start by training, like trying to lift rocks or stuff like that, running, trying to see if he can breathe underwater or if he doesn't need to breathe. Then at some point they try to see how good he is at fighting, to see if anything happens, and then Kirishima punch him, and there's a second one that come out. They're surprised, and it's like, oh, guess that's what I can do. Then Kirishima's like, can you try and do that on your own? I don't think it would be good if you had to be punched every time. Then he starts multiplying. It's like, so you can multiply a lot. Kirishima tells him, how many times can you multiply? I want to see how many copies you can do. Which, at that, Deku's pretty much happy to hear, since, well, Deku, he wants to know everything about every quirk he meets, so he wants to know the limit. So then he starts multiplying. At around 100 clones, I would say, because he spent about 30 minutes doing the fast switching. He lost all his time on the omnitrix, which was the first time since the augmentation, to 1 hour. And every clone just kind of started floating and went back into a single one before detransforming. Which they said, well, Kirishima said, well, at least we know that when you transform into that, you don't need to voluntarily take them all back when you want to detransform. So Deku's like, yeah, true. It's a good thing too. So they keep training afterward. He doesn't check the name yet. So after the 2 weeks, it's time for the sport festival. 2U is gonna be faster, a bit stronger too than in the original. So thanks to all that training, now Deku's capable of switching aliens and voluntarily going to a certain alien in like 10 seconds. Or if he just wants to change alien and see what he gets, well, it takes him 4. So he can switch pretty fast, all in all. So yeah, at the start he waits, then he just thinks, okay, what do I choose? I know there's going to be obstacles, and if I want to go as fast as possible, I should take the Kineceleran. Then he thinks, wait, if there's obstacles that we have to pass differently than just running around or trying to pass next to them, it could be troubling. So he decides to go with the, I never remember the name, but Ghost Freak, his species. So he goes with that one, and when the door opens, Shoto decides to, well, go straight for it and freeze everyone on the ground. After doing that, he just sees Deku already in front, in his ghost form. So he's already pretty much far ahead of them. When he passed next to the robots, he just passed through them, and while inside of them, he just kind of breaks stuff. So he passed through one of them and destroyed the shit out of it. So everyone passes the same around that part, except that Tsuyu is able to go faster. Deku literally passed over everything else. Bombs, mine, the rope thing, everything else. He just passed over them. So he gets to the end way faster than anyone else. And then you go back and see that in second, third, fourth, and fifth place, it's in that order: Shoto, Kirishima, Bakugo, and then Tsuyu. Thanks to the boost she had by training with Deku and Kirishima, she was faster than in the original. But at the end, thanks to her not needing to be that careful, she was in fourth place. Kaminari was in third because of the... No, he wasn't third because, thanks to One For All. Shoto got second place, and Bakugo, angry as ever, gets fourth place. So he's mad that three people were in front of him, and that one of them didn't even go as the fastest he could, since he knows Deku got an alien that literally can break the sound barrier, Kineselaran. So he was angry at that. During the second event, Deku took Kaminari, Tsuyu, and I would say he took also Ochako, since he decided that since he had a lot of points, he didn't need to fight anyone. So he decided to simply tell Ochako to keep the headbands and ask her to make everyone light. Then he just transformed into his Kineselaran form and was just running around with them with him holding them, so that literally no one could catch up. Like, nope. So the timer runs out, they have the most points. Bakugo, just like in the original, was trying to get a lot of points, but this time, since he knew he wouldn't be able to catch up to Deku's team, he didn't try it. He just went to get some points. He got a bit stronger since he wanted to beat Deku, and he knew that because of the watch that he thinks is a quirk, since everyone thinks that it's a quirk, since when Deku's lying, Bakugo knows, and he saw that he wasn't lying when he said it just kind of grew on me. So everyone thinks it's a quirk, no matter who the hell it is. Sorry for keeping repeating that, but yeah. My friend Gray that watches my video always say, but someone at some point might get it, that it's not a quirk, but no, there won't be any other aliens except from the alien Deku unlocks in his watch. The reason he had the omnitrix was because in this universe, the Asmid of that universe decided that after creating the omnitrix with every alien in it, he decided that no, it was a bad idea. Someone could take it and destroy the universe with it. So he wanted to destroy it by sending it into a star that was next to uninhabited planet or planet where the intelligence wasn't that good. So he chose the sun in our solar system, but because of something that happened when he sent the pod out to be thrown into our sun, because he didn't know if the omnitrix would explode and destroy a big part of whatever, wherever it landed before being destroyed. He wanted it as far away as him as possible. But one of the Galvin that helped him send it to our sun made a miscalculation, and it got sent on Earth. So that's why Deku found it. So no Vilgax, no evil alien looking for the watch. Asmid doesn't come looking for it since, well, he's sure he destroyed it, and that if he received any signal from it, well, it was probably just a piece of it that survived that was sending it. So we're never gonna see any other alien than him. So yeah, going back to the story, after that, Shoto's team, Bakugo's team, Shinso's team, and Deku's team won, since they were the four with the most points. Shinso's team, well, just like in the original, everyone in it decided to not participate, since none of them even remembered what happened. Just like in the originals, Shinso is going to be the first fight against Deku. So the tail guy, Tanjiro, if I remember correctly, tells him that all he remembers before waking up was that he talked with Shinso. So to not say a word if he asks you a question. So when Deku started the fight, this time he listened to him, and literally he entered the stage and just turned into his accelerate. Sorry, I'm really bad with speaking right now, I don't know why. And he just literally pushed him off. Like, nope, you don't. After that, every battle, well, since some people are different, well, I would say at the end, anyway, it happens the same. It's going to be Shoto against Midoriya, Bakugo against I don't remember his name. It's the guy with Dark Shadow. Yeah, that guy. I don't remember his name right now. Bakugo won that one. Then Deku against Shoto. Before the match, Shoto's dad, Endeavor, found Midoriya and told him make him use his fire side. Deku, just being Deku, tells him if he's going to use it, if he wants to use it. I don't care what you tell me or what you do. I'm not going to force him. So in the battlefield, Deku decides to at least leave a chance to Shoto. So the battle starts. Um, Shoto uses his eyes to try and push Deku away, and all he does is go to his hell, I can't even remember any names except two. That's annoying. Well, Heat Blast. Heat Blast, and just kind of melts the ice away. You could say it would take more than that, but Heat Blast species, they can make supernova if they wanted pretty easily. So, no, the ice melts. There's no point about it. Other funny thing is that species get sick. Their fire is completely cold to a point of freezing anything the fire enters in contact with. Just funny points to point out. So yeah, he melts the ice away and then tells him, "Look, the only thing that would be able to push me out would be if you use your fire side. I have 13 transformation that I can use to kick your ass, and when I'm human, I'm strong and fast already. So, what are you going to do? Let me beat you simply because you don't want to use your full power? Or you want to use your full strength and try to beat me?" After a while of back and forth, well, finally Shoto decides to use his fire side, which his dad is very happy about. When that happens, Deku turns into Ghost Freak, and Lily goes out of the arena without touching the ground, goes to Endeavor itself. No, sorry, I got him. He's not doing that, sorry. But he thinks about doing that to kind of shut him up. So Deku turns into Diamond Head at that point, and when Shoto tries to attack him, all Deku does is make a wall of crystal in front of him. When that happens and that it's not breaking, what Endeavor is thinking is, wait, he has fire and ice too, without knowing it's diamond or something even stronger than that. So Shoto's angry and tries to just blast through it, which he's not able to, and then Deku create a crystal under him, which just push off Shoto out of the ring with it. After doing that, the next fight is Bakugo against Izuku Midoriya, and well, the moment they when they're in the arena, Bakugo tells him, "I've waited a long time to finally face you. I'm going to show you the full strength that I may sure to get before fighting you. I've trained long and hard to be able to beat you, so you won't be able to do anything to me. I saw all 12 of your alien and how you fight with them. You won't be able to stop me." So Deku says, "Oh yeah, you've studied part of my aliens and how I use them in school. Then let me show you something. Then he transforms into Ditto, which Bakugo's like, wait, you have a new one? What the hell? Then Deku said, yeah, I'm making new ones from time to time. So, when Bakugo goes to try and attack him, Deku starts multiplying. And yes, just like in the anime, not anime but cartoon, if you hurt one, they all feel it, and that's when Deku will realize it. Because he moves out of the way thinking, okay, one of them will get it, but it's just going to be down, and then suddenly all of them feel the freaking pain of an explosion in his face. He tries to stay stoic with the other ones, which he's able to do. Then Bakugo tells him, see, they're not even that strong. So Deku turns back, which forced all the copy back into him, and then goes to Quad, which Bakugo only fears two of them, which is Quad and Ghost Freak, since Ghost Freak can literally pass through anything, and Quad is, well, literally he looks stronger than All Might, and he is, which he doesn't know. Deku knows, but not Bakugo. So they're going to fight, and Deku doesn't even try to make him seem weaker. He just literally punches down in the arena and forces the half on which Bakugo is standing to go up, and making him fall off the arena. So Deku won first place. Bakugo got second place and was angry because literally he was beaten by a guy that didn't have a quirk for his entire life, and then suddenly almost a year ago he got his quirk, and now he's able to beat him. He hates it. So they get the medals. Bakugo, just like in the original, needs to be chained. And yeah, so I'm going to end it here since the video is 30 minutes long. If I were to give him another alien after that, which one should it be? I'm pretty sure almost no one's going to reply to it, but still, I'm asking it, and you can choose which alien you would want to see. So yeah, Natsu out.